Welcome back. Why is Moody's downgrade bigger than the market wants to admit? Why is the big beautiful Trump bill not the fiscally conservative bill that we hoped for? What financial leaders are expressing concerns? Who is calling for 5K gold prices? I'm Joe Elkier. This is Todd Graff. This is the Gold Spot. Todd, all the news about the Moody's downgrade, can you make a little sense of it, unpack it for us a little bit?
Yeah, Joe. So the Moody's downgraded the U.S. And it's a bigger deal than the market's letting on. And the reason they're downgrading the U.S. it's due to unsustainable debt limits and the rising interest rates. So that's a huge deal right now. And they do predict too that the federal debt burden will swell to 134% of our GDP within a few years. So it's going to get to the point where all of our tax revenue is simply going to be going to pay the interest on the debt that our country has accrued. And it's a huge deal too because of the spending that our government goes through. Now, I know Trump's been trying to pass this, he calls it the big beautiful bill with a lot of spending cuts in there, but that's hitting some roadblocks with the Republicans in Congress. So that might not have the effect that he wants it to have on curbing the spending of this country. So we're so far in debt and we're spending more and more as time goes on. It's not going to be good for our country or for our currency, Joe.
The numbers are getting very big for sure. So the Moody's downgrade plays a big part with the banking system as far as, our biggest banks. And just even over the last year alone, the three biggest banks had almost $1 trillion in hidden losses. So the whole downgrade to the credit system obviously makes sense. You and I would get downgraded if we were handling our personal finances in such a manner. So you look at the downgrade on the three biggest banks, Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, they've all been reduced to AA2 rating, which is your third lowest on the list. So everything the dollar's experiencing is just compounding, and this, I think the downgrade in the Moody's is just going to accelerate.
Yeah, Joe, and it's not just Moody's that's doing all the downgrading. A lot of the CEOs of these major banks, they're coming out and saying some pretty alarming things as well. The CEO of Citibank came out and quote, something deeper is going on in financial markets right now. Jamie Dimon came out, he's saying that the markets are underestimating the risks out there. Same thing with Ray Dalio. He says the risk to the US Treasury is even greater than what Moody's is saying.
And now that you have gold, recognized as a tier 1 asset and the demand increasing by central banks, really the sky's the limit. All of that pressure on the price upwards as far as gold goes. That's why you've got a lot of experts looking at $5,000 gold. It's not really pie in the sky. It's really spoken to as something that is coming and to expect it. And if you doubt that, you remember it wasn't that long ago. Many thought $3,000 per ounce was, not going to be possible. Even back to the 2000 when people, hesitated at those 2000 levels. Lots of experts are betting that gold is just going to keep going higher. Go to our website, check out our report, $5,000 gold, why it might be coming faster than you think. Request information, click on the link below, and we'll see you next week on the Gold Spot.
If you enjoyed today's Gold Spot, like or subscribe to both our YouTube and Rumble channels. Also, comment below if you have any questions or if you'd like to hear us talk about a specific topic in a future video.